Welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to do something a little different today. It's kind of a lost art. We're going to make bread. People used to make bread all the time back in the day, but today they're not. They don't. They just go to the store and buy it. But what we got 800 grams of bread flour. I use White Lily in here. Teaspoon salt. I use Fleischmann's yeast. And what I do is I take and put it in water, warm water with sugar, two teaspoons of sugar or tablespoons of sugar, and let it froth up, let it activate. 30 milliliters of olive oil, and we're going to mix it all up here in the bowl. I like to get started with the spatula. It helps. You can get right in there with your fingers if you want, but I start it with a spatula. And we just kind of mix it all up nice until it's but the biggest thing is you got to knead this for 8 minutes. And I don't have a bread maker or a mixer, standalone mixer. I use my hands. I knead it by hand. So once I get all this put together, so it's kind of just a ball consistency, really. And when you do your yeast in your water, have your water about 109 to 117 degrees, and then add your sugar and your yeast and let it froth up. It'll come into a big froth. Let me move my 2 pans over here for a minute, because I'm going to take and we're going to get a little flour and we're going to sprinkle some on the counter here, and we're going to pull our dough out onto the counter. Clean out our pan here. Yeah, good stuff. Get in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to knead this. And to knead this, it's going to have to take, it takes about 8 minutes. You got to knead it for at least 8, 9 minutes. And every now and again I throw a little flour on it to keep it from sticking. So we just keep doing this for about 8 minutes. And I know that's kind of boring. I know you don't want to watch 8 minutes of somebody beating up on a pile of dough. But if you got frustrations, that's the best way to take it out. Take some dough and just knead it, roll it, knead it. But you got to do this for 8 minutes. So, that being said, I'll bring you back when the 8 minutes is up. Okay, after our 8 minutes, we're going to take a little Pam spray, cooking spray, and spray our bowl. Put our loaf pan in, or our loaf of bread into the pan. Roll it around a little bit. And then we're going to take some cling free, or cling seal, and lay over this. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a little of that same spray and spray the cling seal, turn it over, so if it rises to the point it touches that, it won't stick. All right, and then this has to rise for about 2 hours, and it has to pretty well double in size. So with that, I'm going to stick it. I like to stick mine in the oven. It's a nice warm place, and depending on the temperatures and your atmosphere and stuff, and the humidity in your area, check your cooking guides to see what's best for your area. But for mine, I like to stick it in the oven. It's just put a little heat on it, and then it just takes away a lot of the humidity and stuff. It helps it rise. Okay, we're back. Let's see what the bread has done. Let me pull it out. As you can see, she's puffed up. So, and that's why you grease that, so it don't stick. Kind of mash it down, give it a good punch. And then take it out. And we're going to cut it in two. Let me get my cutter, if I can find it. So we're about equal parts for each side. Put it in. Probably doing this wrong, but that's the way I do it. Make sure you grease your pans. I use stick butter. I put butter in it and then I just smear it all over. And then kind of stretch them out like that. I'll put them back in the oven. It's nice in there. And we'll give it about 30-45 minutes to rise again. And then we'll fire up the ovens and do some cooking. I'll be back. Now we got our bread, our bread has risen in the pan. We're preheating the oven, 395 degrees, and then we'll bake it for about 18 minutes, 16 to 18 minutes, till it's nice golden brown, and then we'll be back. Okay, and just like that, they're done. Take them out of the oven. Two of them. And you just take butter on that and you smear it all over the top. And this will keep your crust from getting so hard. Okay, do one and then the other. Just like that. All over those sides. Let that sit for a second. And then take your bread onto a cooling rack. Dump it out. Turn it upside right. Stuff warm. Let them cool to room temperature, and then cut them up and eat them. Good stuff. Good stuff. So until next time, America, we'll find something else to get into.